There is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba, Biasika, and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. Not in you cannot. Not in 1 trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuokike Abiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be nobody, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you are talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria, whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya, maybe in Kilishi, and in that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it, and confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession, you're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obia not to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope Sadema to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason. We are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in in Damaturu or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession or whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking Janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. Ndiara. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo, Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity, Fulani, who are the bandits, Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo, Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands. It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that is indefensible. Indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power. Power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need. That's all they want. So they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated.
You are on this very planet that Chukwokika Biama created to his glory. We welcome you to another explosive exposition of the very fraudulent contraption, the very diseased abomination that the British created for the enslavement of the children of light. We have come to destroy. We have come to render asunder. We have come to decimate that very tower of darkness, that very zoological republic, that very cesspit of iniquity and of evil. We have come that the blind may see. We have come that the deaf may hear. We have come that even those who through no fault of theirs, but as a result of having subjected themselves to a very disastrous educational system in the zoo, they have become stupid. Here we have come to enlighten and to educate, without any apologies to anybody, without mincing words, without fear before our enemies, determined and resolute, indestructible, and the precipitous collapse of the zoo is inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. The devil may try all it can. Those who go before them to peddle falsehood, those who go to work for them, those who are the workers of darkness and of iniquity, we can assure them that we are resolute, we are determined, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop this very invade as many times as you like, kill as many people as you like, propagate falsehood after falsehood as many times as you like, buy up every media space in the zoo, go and connive with people in the diplomatic circles abroad, eyebrow consultancy firm in the world, select some diplomats in the zoo and bribe them. Select those you send to the key countries around the world. None of these things you're doing is capable of stopping us. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you write. It doesn't matter the type of chatter you have behind our backs. All those things you're doing is a complete and utter waste of time, because Biafra must come. There is nothing anybody can do about it. That is why we preach this gospel. That is why we propagate this very message of redemption. That is why Elohim said that Biafra will come. You will not fire a bullet, but Biafra will come. Because Chukwuka Gabiam has gone before us. And you will hear what will happen to the zoo in weeks and months to come. This is 1 year, 2020. They will never, ever, ever in their lives forget. It does not matter what the enemy does, is irrelevant. Buy over Twitter, buy over Facebook, bribe the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, bribe the US Ambassador to Nigeria, department in America.
Because what I am saying on Abumanyamini, our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Abiyama biko. Since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. Chukwu Abiyama. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. I was an Nama. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men. Until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say, we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is Radio Biafra. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march. The rest can come later if they want to. I'm tired of broadcasting. I want to fight for my country. I want to carry arms to defend the honor and integrity of my country. I want to avenge the death of 6 million people. I want Biafra to stand as a beacon of hope, freedom, and liberty in black world. I want Biafra to stand as a testament to the glory of heaven upon the face of this very earth. I want Biafra to stand because my obligation to the dead outweigh that which I owe to the living. That is why Biafra will stand, and Biafra will come. 100 men, that's all. And we march. The rest can come later on. I no longer give a damn. The disgrace and the insult is too much. We must go and meet our enemies even if we have only machete and hoes. It is far more better for us to go and meet them and die with a semblance of dignity than with this very humiliation which we encounter every blessed day. We must assemble as quickly as possible.
Okay, because we were able to avoid the situation that if it had happened in court today, it would have been a deviation from Section 36 of the Constitution, which guaranteed every Nigerian the right to fair trial. The prosecution was forcing a situation on the court today that trial should continue or should proceed today. But our position was this, which comports with the law, that we have not had any opportunity. We have made this very clear. It is not about having access to our client. We do have access, but our access is monitored, hampered to the point that we are unable to discuss with him within that zone of confidentiality that is guaranteed between a lawyer and his client, and that enhances the defense we shall prepare to properly defend him against charges that carry the death penalty. So our position comports with the law, with Section 36 of the Constitution, that unless fair hearing can be guaranteed, no Nigerian can be subjected to any trial. You can check it out. We are not making it up.
Okay, sir, lastly, I'm trying to say to me, the court will decide one way or another. Let's presume, are you ready for any eventualities if it doesn't go the way you want, or do you wait for the court to go? Well,
the attitude of a very good defense counsel is to cross the bridge when it gets to it. So we're not going to speculate. We're not going to preempt the court. We trust that the court will do the right thing when we come back by 28th May. If it doesn't, then we cross that bridge.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fortunately, he didn't give a ruling, or she didn't give a ruling. I think they are referred to here, whatever. So let us wait on the 20th. If she makes a ruling, one way or the other, wherever they stand, then we can take the battle from there.
For some people are saying that yes, political solution could be a way out of this situation. What do you think about this?
I will not comment on that. Whatever I'm involved in that is very serious underground, I will not comment on that. I support them in what they are doing. If there are things we're also doing some other places, we'll continue doing it. But I can tell you by the grace of God, NNAMDI will not stay in this prison in the next 2 or 3 months. Or else I'm not part of this country. I can tell you that by His grace.
We appreciate it. Thank God.
Thank you very much.
anyị wee tụle ya onye si na agata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fee arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunie ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na ka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọgụgụ nwa memilere Goliat Chineke nna nke igwe wee memire Fero site otu a mee ka Fero bụ ọgụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akọkọ ikuni ọtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụgụ nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị kwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Ise, welcome Biafrans, welcome comrades, welcome. I welcome each of you, every one of you this evening. Welcome in the name of Chukwu Kabama Premihenina. Welcome you all comrades, Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra. Welcome every one of you, both the enemies. And as I welcome you this evening, I want you to welcome others. Welcome your friends. Welcome your family. Welcome your neighbor. Welcome all of us of freedom anywhere they are to this program this evening here on this platform, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are reaching you live from Western Cape and Cape Town, to be precise. I welcome you this evening, lovers of freedom. It is so nice to see you again. And as you join us this evening, I want you to share our programs. As you are joining us, remember, the only thing you owe us here is to share, like, and comment on our live program if necessary. But it is encouraged that you share our program. That is the only way you can participate or contribute your own quota in this message of freedom we are trying to pass through this platform. I want you to know that we are live in all our social media platforms. We are live on my personal Facebook page, Frank Oyebuchi's Facebook page, because our Facebook page, IPOB Western Cape Media TV, is suspended by Facebook. I don't know the reason it was suspended. Nobody told me the reason they suspended our page, but we must continue. As you know, Facebook is the only platform that is fighting against Biafra restoration, because the Zoological Republic are in charge of Facebook. So they do everything to subdue our posts, to hide our programs, and if they have any slightest reason, they will take it down, which is what they have just done. So we are live on my Facebook page, Frank Onyebuchi. We are live on our YouTube page, YouTube channel, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are also live on our X, formerly Twitter, handle IPOB Western Cape Media TV. You can access us in any of these platforms. We are streaming lives. Now it is your choice to make a decision where you want to view us this evening, but anywhere you chose, you will get the best of what we have for you this evening. So I welcome you, lovers of freedom, and I want you to know that we always appreciate your presence in this platform. We always appreciate you for joining us anytime we are live. It is something to encourage you about, to continue. But always remember to spread the news about this platform by sharing it, sharing our program. That is the only way the other people who does not know that we are here, we know. So I encourage you to share our program before you settle down to listen to us and go flow with us for what we have for you this evening. The first thing you do is to share our program, share it. We beg you in the name of Chukwu Okeabiama to share our program. This is IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Here we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. Because for us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. And if you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, worldwide. And his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome to IPOB Western Cape Media TV, saying it the way it is. Remember that in this platform, we have no permanent friends and we do not have permanent enemies. And remember that here we do not engage in saga, we do not engage on propaganda, we do not engage on anything that will contradict the norms of this platform. We follow it the way it is by saying the truth at all times, irrespective of who is involved. We speak the truth without looking at your face. We commend those that do proper job that their jobs required commendable, we commend them. We criticize those who is failing in their respective positions or duties as assigned by our leader, the leader of this struggle, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. We do not hate anybody, but we must tell you the bitter truth. Just like they say that truth is bitter. It is a very bitter pill to swallow, but if you can swallow it, it will do a magic on you. So we always ask our people to toe the path of truth. That is exactly what this page, this platform represents. If you find yourself in this platform, or any day you find yourself, anytime you find yourself watching us live, or you are part of this noble platform, know it that you are a chosen generation. You are chosen to restore Biafra, and nothing will happen to you until Biafra is restored. Because here we speak the truth. That is why we are not popular. That is why we do not attract traffic on this platform, because we speak the truth. So, and we will continue to speak the truth, because that is the reason this platform come to bear in the first place. Fellow Biafrans, I bring you greetings from my coordinator, MAZI Innocent-Alia. MAZI Innocent-Alia is the IPOB Western Cape representative. MAZI Innocent-Alia is working assiduously to make sure that Biafra is restored. He is the reason we are still floating. He is the reason we are still united. And we will give him support at all time. And if you see any other person, any other individual, whether man or woman, that is parading himself as IPOB Western Cape representative, you must disregard such a person. He is agent of darkness. He is against what we are doing. Know that he is against IPOB Code of Conduct, because IPOB Code of Conduct does not encourage Q in this family. Everything has a process of going about them. So I bring you greetings from the coordinators of we have here in this part of the world, and also bring you greetings from all the executive of IPOB Western Cape. Men are working, men are paying the price for freedom, and we are not regretting it. We are not looking back. We are not going to look back, not today, not tomorrow, not forever, until Biafra is restored. I am proud of IPOB Western Cape. I am proud of this zone. I am proud that I belong to this wonderful zone, and I will continue to be proud of them. My name is MAZI Onyebuchi. I am your host, and by the special grace of Chukwu Kabama Premihenine, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. And I say to you this evening, fellow Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depend where you are watching me from now. It is a privilege to be here, and I thank you for joining me this evening. Now, I have a lot of things to say this evening if time will permit, but I will try as much as I could to bring these messages to you this evening. So I want you to relax and enjoy what we have for you this evening. And let us look at the topic of today's program. Now, what is today's topic? It says race against time to secure the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU from dungeon. Plans to topple MNK MAZI NNAMDI KANU is ongoing. Who are those involved? Yeah, these are two topics we have tonight, and we are going to try our best to do justice to them. But first, we have to look at the last court outing of our leader. The last court outing our leader, that is why we said race against time, because it is now race against time to secure our leader's release. We do not have much time to do so because our leader have spent a very lengthy time in that place. And it is time we begin to show some signs of worry, because if you follow the event from the beginning of this abomination called incarceration and of our leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU, you will know and understand that the Zoological Republic of Nigeria have no plans of releasing MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The only reason they went all the way to Kenya to kidnap him and brought him illegally to Nigeria was to put him in jail in perpetuity for life, or if possible, kill him. You should, if you have been following this case, you would understand what I just said now, and it will not come to you as a shock. It is through their body language, through their utterances, through their actions and inactions. Everything is pointing at one thing. They want to get MAZI NNAMDI KANU jailed or killed. If they miss one, they should not miss the other. These two targets, they are determined, they are hell-bent to achieve them. Just one of them, and they are fine. That is why you see all these shenanigans going on. That is why it is difficult for them to reinstate the bail of MAZI NNAMDI KANU as directed by the Supreme Court. The last time I came here, I said something, and I'm going to be proving it tonight. As far as Nigeria is concerned, or any country of the world is concerned, the Supreme Court is the highest authority when it comes to judiciary. Their words are final. There is no court in the land that can stand against the words of the Supreme Court of any country in the world. It is the same in the zoo as it is in the zoo, so it is here in South Africa, so it is in America and every other part of the world. Supreme Court is the final authority when it comes to judiciary. When they give order, when they give judgment, that judgment is unquestionable because it is assumed that they can never make mistake. So for a lower court to sit on the judgment of the Supreme Court is a very big question mark. I said it the other day, I will be proving it tonight to you. Zoological Republic, Nigeria is not willing to let MAZI NNAMDI KANU go. And that is why we that are following this event, or that have been following this event from neutral ground, on neutral ground, we are not siding anybody, because MAZI NNAMDI KANU's life is above every individual's politics, or every individual's ego, or whatever you may think you are trying to do in this struggle. MAZI NNAMDI KANU's life is very, very important to us. Anybody you see that is playing politics with MAZI NNAMDI KANU's life is the enemy of the Biafran people. And if you are true to yourself, you could have known by now that some people in IPOB hierarchy and some people found in the family of IPOB are using MAZI NNAMDI KANU's name to play politics, or to show how one-sided it could be. It is unfortunate and it is condemnable. We should condemn it. When it comes to MAZI NNAMDI KANU, we should throw away every kind of grudges. We should unite to fight for his freedom. If you look at today in the whole world, we do not hold rally anymore. We do not protest anymore for MAZI NNAMDI KANU's release. That is why there is no pressure on the Zoological Republic. The only pressure the Zoological Republic are getting right now is the one that the legal team of MAZI NNAMDI KANU is putting on them. From the part of IPOB, there is no pressure whatsoever. IPOB has left MAZI NNAMDI KANU to his fate. And that is why you see someone that calls himself a leader in this struggle, or whatever they call it. You know, they have now they have names. They have arrogated the leadership to themselves. They are now seeing themselves as leaders of IPOB. So anybody you see in this struggle that is fighting against IPOB, MAZI NNAMDI KANU's legal team, what will you say about that person? Would you see that person as a friend or a foe? You're fighting against people who are working to see that MAZI NNAMDI KANU is released. When you are fighting against MAZI NNAMDI KANU's legal team, you are fighting against MAZI NNAMDI KANU. You must understand that. MAZI NNAMDI KANU's legal team is the only mouth that speaks for MAZI NNAMDI KANU as of today. IPOB does not do anything for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to secure his release, or to create awareness, or to pressure the government of the world to the plight of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. But they will come back and start fighting against the legal team of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. I am of the opinion that if the former legal team of MAZI NNAMDI KANU are this proactive as the current legal team, MAZI NNAMDI KANU would not be in DSS dungeon today. This current legal team of MAZI NNAMDI KANU have thrown in every tool in their possession, everything they know, all their, should I say, technical know-how. They have thrown in everything to make sure that Nigerian government and the judiciary does not achieve this their pre-programmed plan to either jail MAZI NNAMDI KANU for life or kill MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The former legal team, without taking anything away from them, they did their job, they did their part to the best of their abilities. But they were too lenient with Nigeria. They were following Nigeria with soft hand. That is why MAZI KANU is still there today. As it is today, I can see light at the end of the tunnel, because this legal team has proven to us, they have given us every reason to believe again that MAZI KANU is going to come out. As of those who said, when I talking about the DOS, those the cabals in DOS and their gullible followers that said that they on this judgment of the appeal court they stand. These ones are ignorant people. You are talking about the judgment of appeal court when Supreme Court has overturned that judgment. Then you are standing on it. Does it make sense to you? By saying no, Supreme Court, I'm going to stand on the judgment of appeal court. Yes, appeal court got it right. Do not mistake anything. The appeal court got it perfectly right. Their judgment was flawless. There is nothing to go against in that judgment. But the Zoological Republic government was unwilling to obey that judgment. And I want you to know that MAZI KANU is in Nigerian net, not in Biafra net, not in UK net, not in any lawful nation's net, but in Zoological Republic. Before we start calling Nigeria or see Nigeria as a zoo, there was a reason. And some people are of the opinion that we are not fair to zoo, because zoo has a very coordinated way of doing things. Because in the zoo, there are rules and regulations which all the animals follow. There are cages for the lions, for the giraffes, for the elephant, and other animals in the zoo. All of them live in that zoo peacefully. No animal is encroaching on other animals' properties. So that means zoo is organized. Zoo is way organized than Nigeria. It is disservices or disservice to zoo and those managing it to refer Nigeria as a zoo. Nigeria is more of a jungle, because in a jungle, all the animals are put in the same place. There is no restriction. There are no rules. There are no rules and regulations. Anything you can do to survive in jungle, you do it, and all you need is to survive. A lion could jump into the river and get a crocodile if he could and eat it. A hyena can go and start eating a live giraffe without killing it, because he doesn't know how to kill. He says a hyena is a scavenger, but he can eat animals when they are alive. When they are still alive, he'll be eating them raw. While they are breathing, he's eating them. He doesn't know how to kill. That is jungle. Nigeria is better off a jungle than a zoo. We are so lenient. MAZI KANU was so lenient to give them that name, zoo. But the name, he came in the context that Britain put up a zoo where they put all the ethnic nationalities. And that was why he gave Nigeria a zoo. But in actual sense, Nigeria should be referred or seen as a jungle, not a zoo. So Nigeria being a jungle, you know, there is no law and order. It is law, it is order from above that controls the zoo. This judiciary you see today is just a formality, it's just a deceit. It was just set up to divert the attention of the world because it will be somehow that they do not even have a judiciary system. So they put it together, but in that judiciary, it is crippled, it is handicapped, it does not work. Because the judiciary could not take any decision on a high-profile case as this without the input or the influence from the presidency or from the government of Nigeria. But as it is structured, Supreme Judiciary should be independent. That is why judiciary, if the president is sued or anything, any case is brought up against the president of the land, they will hear the case. That is why they can stop the president from achieving whatever ulterior motive, because they are not following the path. They have their own constitution, they have their own way, their own pattern. They are there to make sure that the constitution of the country is well protected, well balanced, that even the lowest of the low, the lowest of the low's right is protected. That is the job of the judiciary, to protect the rights of both the poor and the rich, to protect the right of the child and the right of the adult, to protect the right of a governor and the right of his citizens. That is the duty of judiciary. But you look at it today, is it the same in the zoo? No, it is opposite. It is opposite in the zoo. That is why we are not going to be here, close our mouth and say, zoo, we are not going to support MAZI and KANU's trial. Do you think they care? Do you think that Zoological Republic care? It is just like you standing before Satan, and Satan is there trying to take away your life, and you said, Satan, I am not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. Do whatever you want to do. Do you think Satan is going to think twice, taking your life? No. Zoo, the zoo is way, way wicked and way, way lawless than Satan. Satan has all rules and regulations which he followed. Does zoo follow their rules and regulations? Does zoo follow their law? Does zoo respect their constitution? The answer is no. MAZI NNAMDI KANU's case has exposed them even the more. Though we know before now that zoo is a jungle, is a place that a country or whatever that do not respect their own laws, their own constitution. That is why today, zoology, if you see what happened the other day in Kogi State. In Kogi State, a EFCC have case against a former governor. Now, when they came to arrest the former governor, the current governor, because the current governor is the godson of the governor, of the former governor, he intervened and stopped and fought for hours until he was able to smuggle out the former governor and take him and hid him in a country that you and I and the rest of others are part of. Knowledge country. But the same country, just yesterday, it broke in the news that a DJ of Igbo extraction was jailed for exchanging words with police. She was jailed. As I'm talking to you, that DJ is in jail from yesterday, and is going to be there for 3 good weeks because he did what? He fought, or he argued, or he did whatever with police. But a governor, a sitting governor with a former governor, fought with EFCC because he stole over 854 billion Kogi money. EFCC come for him. His godson defended him, fought against him until he was able to take him away and hid him till today. Nothing has happened to that governor. That guy, the former governor, is still missing, nowhere to be found. And the country is still going as if nothing is happening. That is the kind of country that they want for themselves. That is why we said no. As Biafrans, we are progressive people. We are lawful. We obey the rules of the land. We cannot do it with these people. It is not by force. The problem, you know why this thing, why it is so tormenting, is that I don't know why it is by force. It is a do or die affair to be in a relationship with someone. Fulani people and Biafrans are in a parallel lines. We do not have anything in common. So is the Yoruba people. So the same with the Hausa people and the rest of them. We do not have anything in common. There is nothing. That is why for the past 100 years, we are still struggling to live together. Because we can never live together. Because we are different people. It is not that we hate anybody. MAZI KANU is not agitating because he hated anybody. No. The same thing, all of us. The point is that we are not compatible. We can't rhyme. That when it comes to us, there is no cohesion. And how can you flow without cohesion? It's not possible. So now, Zoological Republic decided from the day they went after MAZI KANU to either jail him for life until he's dead in jail, or they send him to death sentence. The charges they leveled against MAZI KANU today carries death sentence. You may not know, but I'm just telling you, the charges they leveled against Onyendu, terrorism in the Zoological Republic, carries death sentence. And you'll be wondering, or you'll be asking, but if that is the truth, why not? How many people have they convicted? How many Fulanese terrorists that have they convicted in the past? They have not convicted anybody. Rather, they arrest them, or when they get them, they put them in their prison, and say that they are reconstructing them, or they are doing whatever nonsense. After many months, they will bring them back and reintegrate them to the society. That is why kidnapping is a very lucrative business in the zoo today. But here are leveling terrorist charges against a freedom fighter, a non-freedom fighter, a certified freedom fighter in the person of MAZI KANU, who has never killed anybody. The last time I said what I tried to define terrorism for you. Who is a terrorist? A terrorist is someone who goes about killing the civilians. because of his political belief. A terrorist is someone who goes about killing innocent citizens. That is who is a terrorist. My people. How many people has MAZI and KANU killed that made him a terrorist? This is the reason why Zoological Republic, they are running away from this case. Because they know that immediately the trial commences, their case will be dead instantly. That is why they are preventing the lawyers of MAZI and KANU from having a sound preparation for this case. And that is why I will continue to commend the current legal team of MAZI and KANU for their resilience, for their stubbornness against lawlessness. It is in their right to make sure that the right of their client is duly protected, giving away nothing. Because they understood that their failure in this case would be fatal. Binta Nyako, that woman is the worst thing that has happened to this case. Hence, I asked before and I'm asking again, is it possible that MAZI NNAMDI KANU's legal team can request for a change of a lawyer, of a judge? If they can request for a change of a judge, the time to take that decision is now. This woman has proven that she is not going to be fair. This woman has proven that she is not capable, that she is not willing to be fair. This woman has proven that she has colluded. She's not going to be neutral in this case. Binta Nyako has proven that she is not qualified to undertake or to oversee this trial to the conclusive end. She doesn't have the wherewithal. She doesn't have the spine. She doesn't have the courage. Binta Nyako is a quota system judge. How she made it to this point where she is today is what I don't know. But I know because she is a Fulani. She is there because of the connection that she has as a Fulani woman. That is the only thing. But when it comes to antecedents, what is her antecedents in Zoological Republic judiciary that made her to be in that position where she is today? But she met her match. This legal team is going to make sure that they use the same constitution of Nigeria to deal with her until she succumbs to do the right thing. You cannot win. You know, this is the wickedness of human beings. Binta Nyako, if you are in position of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, would you sanction the same thing that you are sanctioning today? As a judge, what you are doing, is your conscience satisfied? Is your conscience telling you that, yes, you are doing everything possible to make sure that justice prevails? Or have you forgotten that this is between life and death? If you are handicapped, if you are not given the freedom to oversee this case, the right thing for you to do is to resign and hands off. That is how a noble person, human being does. That is what is expected from a justice. If you are not going to be given the freedom to deliver a sound judgment devoid of injustice, you do what? You step aside. Let those who can do it, do it. But as long as you allow yourself to be used to pervert justice, Bintanyako, you will pay. Karma will visit you. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is not just an ordinary human being that you can mess with. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is not just an ordinary freedom fighter. Be careful. Bintanyako, be advised. If your hands are tied in this case, surrender. It will not take anything away from you. And allow those who have what it takes to handle this case. Because I know that even though the zoo is what it is, I know there are still those who can do that which is needed. After all, during the time of Abiola in 1993 election, Babangida told, when it was done on Babangida that Abiola is winning or has won the election, Babangida told Henry Nwosu, then the INEC chairman, and Igbo man, it's only Ndi Igbo that could pull such, that could have, when we talk about how defiant we are, how courageous we are, how fearless we are as Biafrans. Some people think we are just making mouth. When we wear our Ishiago, it is as a result of our boldness. It's as a result of our determination. It is as a result of our God-given strength to face anything that comes on our way without looking weak before it. Other people think we are just putting on Ishiago, or we are just wearing it as for wearing sake. It is indeed who we are. We are leopards. We are hunters. We are bold. We are strong. We are determined. Henry Nwosu was the INEC chairman in 1993. When it was done on Babangida then that Abiola has won the election, he told Henry Nwosu not to proceed in calling the result. Henry Nwosu, as a Biafran, said no. I started this, I will end it. He went on to call the result, and all hell got loosed. Which tribe in the Zoological Republic can boast of this braveness? Only Biafrans and the Indi Igbo, for that matter. So I am proud of this ethnic nationality I came from. So proud of us. We can never succumb to injustice. That is why they hate us. Nothing more, nothing less. But this evening, I want to tell you there was a press release. Zoological Republic journalists, you know how their journalists are? They are experts in trying to twist words and made it look different from the intended message. Now, after the court case of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, let me play it to you. Let me play this press release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU's legal team.
Okay, I greet everybody out there. I'm talking to Umu Chineke, actually, who came to court today to show, demonstrate their solidarity with Onyendu MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Because you all know who I am. My name is Aloy Ejimako. They like to call me special counsel, and I'm still trying my humble best to see that we represent Onyendu very, very effectively. This is my colleague. He has always been by my side. His name is Barrister Mandela Umwebo. He has been in the trenches with me. So today, what happened was that the court tried to force a trial. The prosecution wanted this accelerated trial so much that they ignored the fact that the detention conditions at the DSS would not permit the lawyers to consult properly with MAZI NNAMDI KANU. That was our case in chief. We didn't want anything further than that. We are not engaged in delay tactics. We are not engaged in dilatory tactics. All we are saying is that anybody who is facing charges in court is entitled to have his fair hearing. That is guaranteed under the constitution that is still functioning in this country. MAZI NNAMDI KANU's case cannot be different. There was an effort to force trial to happen in the absence of this constitutional guarantee. So we had to take a very firm position that that did not happen. So we proceeded on that score to move two applications that would enhance the environment for any trial to occur, if at all the trial will occur. The only environment that will enhance it will be the environment of bail, restoration of his bail, or the environment of some other custodial arrangement that includes house arrest or home detention. These things have happened before. Our singular goal really is to have his bail restored. But in a situation where you're not being offered a lot of choices, you begin to suggest alternative measures, alternative solutions. But our case in chief is that MAZI NNAMDI KANU's bail is supposed to be restored, because that's what the Supreme Court said, that he didn't jump bail. If it happens, then the lawyers will have had all the opportunity to consult with him, and they will see whether that trial really can proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, all right, thank you very much. Thank you.
You did a nice job today. And put it up.
Now, welcome back. After saying these things to the journalists, Nigerian journalists, in their usual way, started to twist the message. Start saying that MAZI NNAMDI KANU is giving condition to Nigeria. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is giving condition to the court. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is doing that. They left the message that MAZI NNAMDI KANU's lawyer gave them. Now, because of this, MAZI NNAMDI KANU's legal team released a press release to address the issue and to remind them the judgment of the appeal court, of the Supreme Court in December, is it December or November last year, 2023. Now, I'll be reading this press release from MAZI NNAMDI KANU's special counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimako. I'll be reading the press release to you, and it will help you to understand what is happening. It will help you to understand the impunity of the Zoological Republic. It will help you to understand the wickedness and the incompetency of Binta Nyako. It will help to explain to you the reason Binta Nyako is not qualified to oversee this case anymore. Binta Nyako has proven that she is incompetent for this case. We must always remind the world that the lawyer or the judge that is overseeing MAZI NNAMDI KANU's case is incompetent. And for the fact that she is incompetent, she will mess things up. Because when you are giving ndị bossing, na ọ bụrụ na inye nwata ihe karịrị ya, ọ jụọ gị sị gị, isi m nye ya onye. This case is bigger than Binta Nyako. We must just say the truth. From day one, this case is bigger than her. It's bigger than her. She doesn't have what it takes to prosecute this case. She has never proven otherwise. She has proven us right in different occasions. Just imagine what happened the last court. Just for her to check or to see if she can oblige the restoration of MAZI and KANU's bail, or if she could oblige to give him a house arrest or whichever. She gave 1 month, 1 month, 1 good month. She is using delay tactics. 1 month, something that she will just take 1 week. She gave 1 month just to give judgment on whether to give MAZI bail, or to restore MAZI NNAMDI KANU's bail, or to put him under house arrest, or to send him to prison. Just to do that, Binta Nyako gave 1 month. Because she is confused. She wants to go and listen to the master. She wants to take order from the masters, those who she is working for, before she could not come back to give a judgment on that. Now, let me read the press release, and I want you to follow me very, very attentively. I will be trying my best to read it as slowly as I can so that you can follow me. Because this, you see, in this press release, Barrister summarized all. She brought everything that is happening together and put it. This press release has exposed the impunity that is going on in this case. It has exposed the wickedness and evil of the host judge, Binta Nyako. Remember, Binta Nyako is supposed to be neutral. Neutral. When I was growing up in Zoological Republic, I saw the lady justice. The lady justice was tied. Her eyes was tied. Her hands was spread, sword in this hand, and a scale in the other hand, and it was like this. She could not see. The sword in her right hand is to give judgment. The scale in the other hand is to weigh everything that is coming to her and to know which one that is truth. But her eyes is tied. She is blind. She could not see. She doesn't know who is speaking. She only hears voice. And judge or act according to what she heard. That is what that thing represents, to my own understanding. But today, Binta Nyako, or Nyako, whatever her name is, has taken side with the Zoological Republic because she wants to protect her dear country. She doesn't want her country to look to break. She doesn't want her country to look stupid. She wants to give the life of Biafrans for Nigeria to succeed. Nigeria cannot live, not anymore, on the blood of Biafrans. Not anymore. Now, press release 18th April 2024 from Aloy Ejimako to all media. You know, he addressed this to the media, those who are trying to twist his the stand MAZI KANU's stand on this case. So he addresses to the media. He said to all media, MAZI NNAMDI KANU never gave any condition for his trial, as some media outlets had reported. My attention has been drawn to some publications in the media purporting that at the last hearing of his case on 17th April 2024, MAZI NNAMDI KANU had given conditions for his trial. By this press release, I wish to make it clear that any publication, regardless of how well intentioned, is misleading. For avoidance of doubt, below is the true state of affairs. 1. At the last hearing in 17th April 2024, the main issue between the court is our application to have KANU's bail reinstated, in line with the clear and unequivocal pronouncement of the Supreme Court in its judgment of 15th December 2023. If you remember, in 2023, Supreme Court judged that MAZI KANU's bail should have not been revoked. It was a mistake revoking the bail, that the court, the same court that revoked the bail, should ratify it. In other words, should reinstate it. 2. The kernel of our argument for bail restoration pivots on the determination made by the Supreme Court to the effect that KANU's bail was revoked in error, based on the misinterpretation or false premise that he had jumped bail, of which the Supreme Court made a finding that he did not. Below is what the Supreme Court had stated. See pages 10, 13 of the judgment attached to this press release. Now, what I'm going to be reading from here is the judgment of the Supreme Court. That is what I'll be reading from here. Now, this is what I'll be reading from here now, right now. The judgment of the Supreme Court. Now, okay. Now, let us go. The respondent was on bail. When you hear the respondent, MAZI KANU is the respondent. The respondent was on bail and therefore in custody of the law when his home was illegally invaded by heavily armed military officers of the appellant. Nigeria is the appellant, causing him to flee from his home and the country to secure his life. In the face of such an attack, it was responsible for him to flee to secure his life and physical well-being. At least, Supreme Court believed that it is a responsible thing for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to run away to secure his life. Because like I always say in this program, since my life started to date, I have never seen a corpse in the courtroom. It is only the living that appears in the court to answer for himself. Once you are pronounced death, even if you are having a rope in your neck and you are pronounced death, case finish. That ends it. So that means that it is only the living that court or judgment or trial is only for the living, not for death, not for the death, but the living only. Immediately you are dead, case do what? Case closed. That is how it is. So a Supreme Court recognized that MAZI NNAMDI KANU did a responsible thing trying to secure his life. Because he who fight and live, he who fights and run away, lives to fight another day. Not he who fights and die. No. He who fights and run away lives to fight another day. So Supreme Court recognized the fact that MAZI NNAMDI KANU did a responsible thing that any person in his position will do. That was why I asked Binta Nyako a question. Binta Nyako, if you are in position of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, would you be giving such judgment? If you are MAZI NNAMDI KANU today, would you be handling this case the same way you are doing? Or if you are MAZI NNAMDI KANU today, will you be happy or relaxed with a judge handling your case this way you're handling MAZI NNAMDI KANU's case? Would you? The answer is no. That is what they say. Do to others what you will want them to do for you. The same way you would want your own case to be handled if you find yourself in a position that MAZI NNAMDI KANU is today. Because you know what? Table do turn. As long ndị Igbo si, onye ahụ na nga na oyibo anabero. Do not celebrate that you have defeated jail, because the law is still watching you. That is law. Binta Nyako, tomorrow, you could be in a position where you will sit in the dock and another person is judging you. So, judge, do the same thing to MAZI NNAMDI KANU, the way you will want it to happen to you, or to your son, or to your husband, or to your relative, if table turn tomorrow. Remember, you are giving birth to children, and you will die someday to leave them and go. What you are doing to MAZI NNAMDI KANU today will be replicated in their lives when you might have gone. When they will be paying the price, they will not even remember what you did today. Be warned. Karma, don't fail. Handle this case the way you want it to be handled. If you or your husband or your children or anyone that is related to you is in that position. I will continue. Then it says, that is what any normal and reasonable human being would do in that circumstance to preserve his life and physical well-being. It is glaring that the consequences of that attack were intended or foreseeable. This is not arguable. The appellant's officials knew that their invasion of the respondent's home caused him to run away to secure his life and physical well-being. Yet, during proceedings in the pending criminal case against him, they applied that his bail be revoked, that a warrant for his arrest be issued, and his sureties forfeit their respective bail bond, and that his trial in his absence be ordered because he had jumped bail and is not in court to stand his trial. They have been trying to judge MAZI KANU in absence. This is a very well, it is glaring, it is in the open, it is not hidden. They have not hidden their desire to judge MAZI KANU's case in his absence. That is why I keep asking those DOS is wise, these cabals, these gullibles that will come and say, we must leave MAZI KANU in the hands of Nigeria. Nigeria government must obey Supreme Court. We are not going to do that. We are not going to support this. Do you think that is exactly what this is what they are looking for? They are waiting for this opportunity so they could judge MAZI KANU and pass judgment in secret. After all, he was not represented. You don't have sense. For saying that MAZI KANU should, or that Biafrans should abandon MAZI KANU, for suggesting that MAZI KANU should not stand for this trial. Do you think Zud care? It has always been their desire to judge MAZI KANU and pass judgment in secret. Now, when MAZI KANU was away, when MAZI KANU ran away for his life, they were doing all this thing. Talk now that he is here. Talk now that MAZI KANU is here in their hands. You think they are going to listen to you? You think they will care? Your reason is not because MAZI KANU is not being preserved. Your reason is appeal court case must stand. Who are you? Supreme Court is above appeal court. Supreme Court, as long as judiciary is concerned, their words is final. They have asked for MAZI KANU to go for trial, fine and good. They also asked that in that trial, MAZI KANU's rights must be protected and preserved. Fair trial is what they are asking for. They didn't ask MAZI KANU to be tried in what's it called? In a martial court. No. Now we continue. They have made it possible that MAZI KANU in this situation, MAZI KANU is caught up in the middle. There is a conspiracy against him. That is what Supreme Court is saying. It was a conspiracy, and it is injustice taken too far for you to pass such judgment on someone that ran away from his life. Let me continue reading so you can get it very clear. Now, where is it? Now, He said, but they knew that their illegal actions, did you hear it? Supreme Court made the comment illegal. But they knew that their illegal actions made it impossible for the respondent to be in court for his trial. In a situation such as this one, where the prosecution has taken extrajudicial actions against the defendant in a pending criminal case brought by it and made it impossible for the defendant who is on bail to be in court for his or her trial, it is wrong to treat such a defendant as having jumped bail, in the sense that he is running from persecution or running to avoid prosecution in the pending criminal case in respect of which he was granted bail. That is what is, it is wrong for you to try to say that he is running away because he's trying to avoid prosecution. Just like this, these people are trying, this media and some IPOB Nigeria and DOSRYs and the gullibles are trying to say, oh no, MAZI KANU should not answer this, should not go for trial because Supreme Appeal Court case says he is free. It will look as if he's trying to run away from this trial. But the truth is he's not running away from it. He has never, not before, not today, not tomorrow. There is no reason for him to do that. Now, Supreme Court said the respondent did not intentionally and knowingly fail to appear in court. It was therefore wrong and malicious for the appellant that had caused the respondent to flee from his home and country to secure his life, and that had therefore caused his unavoidable absence from court to inform and thereby deceived the trial court that the respondent had jumped bail. It is not a deceit. The trial court knew that MAZI KANU did not jump bail. The trial court was playing on scripts. She knew, she understood that MAZI KANU did not jump bail because MAZI KANU's lawyers put up an application to tell the court that MAZI KANU's home was invaded and 28 men killed. So she was not deceived. She was only playing the script in his table. So you shouldn't have used deceived in the first place. She was never deceived. Okay, now that she is deceived, now that she knew that she was deceived, what is the court content? Is it content against the Nigerian prosecution team? There should be contempt of the court against them for deceiving the court. There should be contempt of the court. But there is none. Just because all of them are in it together. They knew what they are doing. So it is not a deceit, but a well-planned, marshaled out plans to bring MAZI KANU in a position whereby he will look as if he jumped bail. But today, the whole world have come to know that indeed MAZI KANU did not jump bail. Supreme Court has proven it beyond every reasonable doubt. Now, I will continue. Where is it? Okay. In the night of the foregoing, the trial court acted unfairly and without rationale and legal justification basis by its decisions revoking the respondent's bail forfeiting the amount securing the bail bond of his sureties, and its order issuing a bench warrant for his arrest. Did you hear that? In the light of the foregoing, the trial court acted unfairly and without rationale and legal justifiable basis by its decisions revoking the respondent's bail. Did you hear? Has Bintanyako acknowledged that she acted unfairly and irrational in this case. I mean that she acted unfairly and irrational and without any legal justifiable basis in this case. Bintanyako should be apologizing to MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Bintanyako should be on her nails, begging and asking for forgiveness for this generational mistake that she has made. Bintanyako should have honorably resigned from this case if there is anything honorable about her. But unfortunately, there is nothing honorable about Bintanyako. Bintanyako is a coward who could not own up to her mistakes, because it is only a coward who will never own up. Bintanyako is a coward. Bintanyako made a mistake, a very fatal mistake of revoking a bail. She claimed to be deceived. Now, has Bintanyako take responsibility for her mistakes? Bintanyako does not even have the wherewithal to read or to look into this judgment in court. She has been trying everything possible to sit on it, to sort it up, to flush it on the sewage. But unfortunately for her, we are here to expose it even the more. We are here to bring it to light. We are here to remind her that we are waiting for her to do the needful, to do the right thing, which is apologizing to MAZI NNAMDI KANU as soon as possible and reinstating his bail so that he can now go home, prepare, and come for this trial. Now, I will continue. The orders were made on the basis of the false assumption that the respondent jumped bail. Who is deceiving who? Let me say something. When you try to mislead the court, what is the penalty? Content of the court, isn't it? When you try to mislead the court, that is why before anything you swore an oath that you're going to be truthful, you are going to say the truth and nothing but the truth. Isn't it? Now, you as a prosecution team who understood the law, who interpret or in this position to interpret the law, came back to go against the same law. You deceived the trial court. What is the penalty? Isn't it content of the court? So has the Bintanyako recognized the fact that the prosecution team deceived her? And if she has acknowledged that, what is the right punishment for the prosecution team. Bitayako, we are waiting you at the junction of all these things, and when the time comes, you will do that which is needful. Keep running around the circle. Let us see how long you can go around the circle. We are waiting. We are not in a hurry. Now, let us go. Then a Supreme Court says it was on the basis of the order of arrest of the respondent obtained under the false pretense that he jumped bail that his extradition or rendition from Kenya was carried out. Pa Emmanuel Akomoye Agim, JSC, at page 10 to 13. Now, the only problem I have with this judgment is that at the end of the day, this justice, if I may say, gave excuse for Nigeria excuse for Nigeria when they say that ignorant is not an excuse. Ignorant is not an excuse when it comes to law. That you don't know, but you go against the law, will not exonerate you. You are making an excuse for Nigeria, and you even had the audacity to add extradition when you knew quite well that it was not extradition, that it was a kidnap and extraordinary rendition. That is nothing like extradition or you are trying to play smart. You are trying to make it look as if there was something that is missing here. You knew everything. And that is because you knew everything, that was why you arrived in this judgment. So don't come here and play this useless smartness of the zoo. It is not extradition. There's nothing extradition about it. If there is any extradition, the documents would have been on your table. If there was extradition, the documents for the extradition would have been on your table. The reason there was no extradition documents on your table is just because there was no extradition, but a kidnap and extraordinary rendition. That is what happened. And we must say it, we must say the truth, nothing but the truth. You cannot say half truth here. But we are waiting for you on the day of trial. On the day of trial, all these things will come up. But now, let us get Mazi KANU out of this place where he is. Now, in addition to the above, there is a lot more of what the Supreme Court had said. Now, Aloy Ejimako is talking because I have ended the Supreme Court judgment on this. Now, Aloy Ejimako is writing now. He said, in addition to the above, there is a lot more of what the Supreme Court had said against the revocation of KANU's bail and the consequent issuance of the bench warrant that grandfathered his infamous extraordinary rendition. Exactly. To learn more, please pay some attention to page 18 to 20 of the attached judgment. It is on basis of this pronouncement that we made a vigorous submission on 17th April that the Federal High Court is bound to restore KANU's bail as demanded by the Constitution at Section 287, bracket 1. Thus, the decisions of the Supreme Court shall be enforced in any part of the Federation by all authorities and persons and by courts with subordinate jurisdiction to that of the Supreme Court. Did you hear? Did you hear? This is the Nigerian Constitution. In Nigerian Constitution, Section 287, bracket 1, Constitution of Nigeria said, the decisions of the Supreme Court shall be enforced in any part of the Federation by all authorities and persons and by courts with subordinate jurisdiction to that of the Supreme Court. Meaning that as long as Zoological Republic of Nigeria is concerned, every court in that place must obey and enforce decisions of the Supreme Court. That is to make you understand why those DOS are wise, the cabals and the gullible ones. This is where their ignorance expose them. Because when you ask them, you say, no, the appeal court judgment stand. The appeal court judgment stand. In appeal court judgment, we stand because they don't have, they are senseless, they are ignorant, they know nothing. They think that it is this year local politics they are playing in IPOB. They think that that is what is obtainable here. They don't know that what is here, what matters is the law of the land. What is the law of the land? The law of the land says in Nigerian Constitution, in Nigerian Constitution or Judicial Constitution, whichever way, at Section 287, bracket 1, the Nigerian Constitution said that the decisions of the Supreme Court shall be enforced in any part of the Federation for all authorities and persons. For all authorities and persons, both Buhari, both Tinubu, both House of Rep, both you, both MAZI and KANU, both everybody. Decisions of the Supreme Court must be enforced. It must be carried out. That is why those who understood this, like the MAZI and KANU's legal team today, is not arguing based on appeal court judgment. If it is possible, they will be the first to argue on it because it is their job. But they knew that immediately Supreme Court overturned that judgment, that it is dead. Now you are here displaying your ignorance on social media. Chinasa Nworu will be on Radio Biafra shouting like a stupid person. Obviously, Chinasa Nworu is a stupid human being. Chinasa Nworu is senseless. Chinasa Nworu is myopic. Chinasa Nworu is a gullible being. Chinasa Nworu is weak. Chinasa Nworu is useless. Very nonsensical human being. The only thing that Chinasa Nworu knows how to do best is to plant confusion, division in the midst of the people. Chinasa Nworu will be laying accusations that he does not have proof. You heard it. That the decisions of the Supreme Court shall be enforced in any part of the Federation by all authorities and persons and by courts, even both Binta and Yako. Even both Binta and Yako's court. That is why MAZI KANU's legal team is holding her in a very dangerous place. Binta Nyako is in a very big mess. She is in a very big pressure. She has never been in this pressure since this case started. She never envisioned that somebody like this current legal team will come. Who knows both in and out, who knows and understood their job, who are fearless. Today, Binta Nyako is running kitty, left and right. Not because she has anything to lose, because she is incompetent. Just because she doesn't know her right from her left. Now, I will continue. We further advanced the common sense argument that bail restoration is the next best alternative that will enhance the environment for the accelerated trial the court has ordered. That is the only language, that's the only English Binta Nyako understand. Accelerated trial. That was even the last court. She asked them, can we start the trial now? That woman, something that she should be taken to hospital. Something is wrong with her. When you are talking A, Binta Nyako is talking B. She doesn't sound like someone that is sound, like she doesn't seem sound in her reasoning, in her utterances. As a judge should be at the top of her career at all time, discharging her duties without mistakes, because this is a case of between life and death. So you must make sure you got nothing wrong. That is the reason you are there. You make sure that your trial is sound, that your trial is just, that your trial is without flaws. Because this is not a child play. It's not a child play. Because, I read, because it will put an end to the stringent DSS detention conditions, which has posed grave risk to KANU's fair trial rights, as guaranteed under the Constitution. For good measure, we stressed the point to the court that it is against the ethics of the legal profession for any lawyer to advise a client to succumb to trial waste whilst his detention conditions are not conducive to his constitutional right to unhindered access to counsel and the adequate facility to prepare his defense. It is even more egregious in the case of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, because most of the charges he is facing carry the death penalty. Did you hear that? Did you hear? It is of the utmost importance on the case of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, because some of the charges leveled against him carry that sentence. Binta Nyako, did you hear it? You want to condemn an innocent man? You want to condemn a man without first satisfying your conscience that indeed this man deserved this judgment. Bintayako. You want to condemn a man without first justifying and satisfying your conscience that indeed you are passing the right judgment. If you know what you are doing, you should be the one to give MAZI and KANU a conducive environment. Cases like this does not require that person to be in such place. He must be in a place where he will be, where he has time and right opportunity to prepare his defense. You don't accelerate such case that carries death sentence. You know that? Finally, the foregoing is a summary of the case in chief we had presented in court on 17th April 2024. We never presented any conditions. We don't even fancy ourselves possessing the slightest coercive wherewithal to present conditions to the court or the Nigerian state. Thank you. Signed, Aloy Ejimako, Esquire. You see, my people, this is where we are. This is what we are saying, and this is what we should be saying. So those who are changing narrative, that MAZI and KANU is giving Nigeria condition, you are all deceiving the public. MAZI and KANU never give any condition. MAZI and KANU never give any condition. The only thing that MAZI and KANU is asking to do, the court to do, or the judge to do, is to give him the opportunity to defend himself in a right way. That is it. So, this was the press release by Barrister Aloy Ejimako addressing the false narrative by Nigerian journalists. So now, at least now, if they have not read, if they haven't got, because you know, trust Nigerian journalists, trust black man, they don't read. If you want to hide anything from a black man, put it in a book. It will remain there forever and ever. So I believe that these people who call themselves journalists in the zoo have never read this judgment to full. But at least now, Barrister Aloy Ejimako has given them the opportunity to grasp into the judgment of the Supreme Court. So it is there. You can go to Barrister Aloy Ejimako. He posted the whole judgment in his page. This one is just to address about the bail condition and the reason that led to MAZI and KANU escaping the Zoological Republic. So if you want to look at to read the whole judgment of our Supreme Court, go to Barrister Aloy Ejimako's page. He posted the documents there. You can take your time, read them, and then understand where this case is heading to. That is all I have in regards to this issue of MAZI and KANU refusing trial and other stuff. Like I said, MAZI and KANU is not refusing any trial because he knew that he's going to defeat the zoo in their court. He knew that he's not a terrorist. MAZI and KANU understood that he is not a terrorist. He's a freedom fighter. He is exercising his right for self-determination, given to him by Zoological Republic Constitution as well. to the right for self-determination. So he's only speaking and educating his people. He has never killed anybody. It has never been recorded anywhere that MAZI and KANU killed anybody. If you have that evidence, bring it on. It is not said. You know, Zoo like to say things. Not before they were saying, this word of the former charges against MAZI and KANU, that charges always escape my mind. What is that? The one they put before. And they remove it by the night. At night, they went and they remove it and replace it with terrorists. Terrorism case charges today. They don't have any basis. They don't have what it takes. No evidence. You think you can just come and stand before the court and say, this man is a terrorist, and the court will sign it and send him to death or send him to jail? You have to prove it. You have to prove it. Raw proof that you know what you are saying. So Nigeria have a very tall mountain to climb, and they understood it. That is why they are delaying. That is why they are doing all these things, running around the circle. But unfortunately, Binta Nyako is playing with them. He's playing with fire, and that fire will burn her. Now, fellow Biafrans, I want to show us something, and I don't know if I should end the program here and continue this one next time, because already we have spent 2 hours on this program. I don't know if I should continue on this, but I just want to, because you know we have 2 topics here on this on our today's program. I just treated one topic for now. I took 2 hours to talk about it, and now I'm here to talk about the second one. But I don't know if I should go on. But okay, I want to just play this video for you, even if we couldn't go on. But at least you know what our next program will look like, if time permits, because I don't want to dwell in talking about these people all the time. There are a lot of things, more important things to talk. But the reason why we talk about Chinas and Woru and these guys is for record purposes. For record purposes. Because you know, our people, we are too emotional. We are too emotional about everything. And that is why we always got it wrong. Most of the time, we got it wrong. I have told you that is watching me always, don't attach any emotion, don't have any emotional attachment with me because of this program. No. Be reality, be real. Open your eyes, follow me, and be watchful. When I start going off the mark, of the line, you'll be able to know. And maybe I don't even know I'm going out of the line. You may call me back and draw me back to line. But if you attach emotions to it, or to me, even when you know that MAZI Ebuchi is going off key. Oh, but I can't talk. You know, let him. I will perish. By the time I realize that I have gone wrong, I may not have the courage to come back. So anytime I start to say something that is not in line with this struggle, anytime you see me that I start to be partial in my analysis, call me back, point it out to me, and I will come back. So now let us just listen to this guy.
family achụpụ onye ọbụla ka m gwakwa unu nke bụ eziokwu maka anyị na-ekwu eziokwu ahịhịa anyị na-ekwu eziokwu unu achọghị ịnụ eziokwu iwure ụdọ kwụrụ onwe gị n'isi ịchọghị ịnụ eziokwu. That is none of my business. Mmiri agbarụ n'ụgbarụ since day one, and onye ndu, the way onye ndu said the struggle also make his sibling believe that this is the way it is. And the leaders we have, and I'm at once, they make a lot of also mistakes, you know, because on what they hammer, come aga bohafa, come ya ke ha di otua, mba. Or where can you who wrote today? For you people to know that otua is wept and I have. The mistakes the leadership made when all this thing is happening, both that now. Obuno makare bapahano from MAZI Chike does them to everybody. MAZI obuno to akige su eme this thing. Akama aderia. Gaba, I want to resign. Let me just resign. Let me just resign. Obuno to akige struggle against you a day. Let me resign. Obuno no obuni yuku or do to let me resign. Let me resign. And I'm still standing on that road today. That's nothing like resigning this struggle. We have already expelled, or we may say expelled, or of course, but it's too much. It's too much. That is why MAZI NNAMDI KANU travel to Kenya. That is why MAZI NNAMDI KANU is only person that is communicating with MAZI NNAMDI KANU is KANU. And the one they call Kafia, secretary to Onyendu. Even on MAZI Shinasa Woru say that na the secretary of Onyendu say na Onyendu seniority life yanaka secretary. It should only MAZI Shinasa Kogorokwa. He told me, I communicated with these people almost going to 5 months. The secretary of Onyendu told me the same. Told me the same. Even though there are some things that you wanted to, I say, oh, don't tell me that nonsense. I don't want to hear. You are talking about my leader.
Welcome back. You know, everybody, every one of you know who is talking. And you heard him very, 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 very loud and clear. You heard where he, you know, their so-called leadership, I liken them to Wanza. There is a bird in the Igbo land. We call the bird Wanza. It's a very little, tiny bird. There come a day or a time, Wanza went and ate. After eating, Wanza looked at himself and feel some weights. Wanza looked around. He didn't see other birds to challenge them to battle. He said, let his creator come so that they can wrestle. His creator. I liken these people to Munza. These guys has suddenly started seeing themselves as a very powerful personalities and persons who can challenge MAZI NNAMDI KANU. I told you, they don't have respect for IPOB code of conduct. I told you, any day you see them make any reference to code of conduct, know it that that particular one favors them. They do not have regards for it. These are men without honor, without dignity, men of no integrity, men of no esteem. These are men that does not understand what hierarchy, leadership, what struggle for freedom is all about. They don't understand what disciplines means. MAZI Khan, when he was trying to explain IPOB Code of Conduct, he told you the reason we have achieved milestones in this struggle is because of our discipline. We are disciplined because of the command and control. They want to question MAZI Khan's authority. He has the audacity to say that Chikedozie and his co should have stood up against MAZI Khan. That MAZI Khan shouldn't have. That all powers in IPOB, all this command, all the authority in IPOB shouldn't have been only MAZI Khan's prerogative. That should have been shared. Anybody could call the shot in IPOB. Let me read for you. When we say that these people are no more part of this family, some people think, oh, wait, these people they are doing this. The truth is that they knew it. You can hear him. He knew. He knew. That's why he said he can expect it. He knew. And they all knew that they don't have position, they don't have space. Their space in IPOB, their time in IPOB is up. They knew, all of them, they knew it. They knew. They knew their crime. They knew that they have gotten to a point of no return. Hence, they are trying to build up some people that they will use to fight MAZI Khan when MAZI Khan has come out. You heard him say, even if he is expelled, he can still be talking. You think he'll be talking? The talk he's talking about is against NNAMDI Kanu. Remember, he has not been officially expelled, and he's talking like this. What do you think will happen when NNAMDI Kanu would have expelled these criminals from IPOB? Now, I want to read something for you. In IPOB Code of Conduct, which one is this? In IPOB Code of Conduct, subsection B, principal officers, servants. I have explained this issue before. Chikedozie is a principal officer. From him down to the lowest, to the unit coordinators, is a principal officer. So don't get it right. Don't get it wrong. Paragraph 9. I will read it now. Persons appointed or designated as IPOB principal servants must be honest, selfless, truthful in all the discharge of their responsibilities. They must adhere strictly to the principle of command and control. Respect and protect IPOB leadership hierarchy and owe absolute loyalty to the leader of this great movement, Onyendu MAZI NNAMDI KANU. This is IPOB Code of Conduct. Very straight. Can you tell me if this paragraph 9 I just read to you now is in peace or at peace with this man that just spoke here? Is this man honest with himself? Is this man selfless in his duties? Is this man truthful in trying to educate Biafrans? Has this man been fair to the principle of command and control? Has this man respected or protected the leadership hierarchy of this struggle? The office of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Has this man absolute loyalty? Has he given or discharged or display absolute loyalty to the leader of this great movement, Onyendu MAZI NNAMDI KANU? The answer to all these questions, you know, it's yours for yourself. No, no, no. But Chikedoziem, when you see these people talking, Chikedoziem is talking. Chikedoziem is speaking through him. Chinas Anworu is speaking through him. They are known, you can hear them when they will say, China, didn't you hear Chinas Anworu make the same statement that they are loyal to a fault to MAZI NNAMDI KANU? Now this man is saying the same thing, that these people are too loyal to MAZI NNAMDI KANU. This is the same person that they call their leader. They have virtually condemned everything that MAZI NNAMDI KANU has done before now. If they can condemn IPOB Code of Conduct, what is left? What is left? If they could condemn IPOB Code of Conduct, what is left? I will continue to torment them with IPOB Code of Conduct. I will continue to torment them. I will continue to torment all these criminals parading themselves as leadership. I will continue to torment you people with IPOB Code of Conduct, because this is the only weapon we have to torment you people, and we are going to maximize it. We are going to maximize it. Let me read this one before I go for something. MAZI NNAMDI KANU said, please note that failure to strictly adhere to this time-tested and effective instrument of command and control will attract very severe consequences that may result in expulsion from IPOB worldwide family. Did you hear that? Did you hear? Please note that failure to strictly adhere to this time-tested and effective instrument of command and control would attract very severe consequences that may result in expulsion from the IPOB worldwide family. And you are here saying that Chinasa Nworu, Chike Doziem are too loyal to MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Well, we shall see how all these things will end. We shall see. We shall see how it will end. But I definitely know that it will end in praises. It will end in praises. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is going to come out. And all these things will be sorted out once and for all. But until then, we shall continue to keep the record so that we are watching you people and we are taking record of everything. On that day, we shall see. But since I got you know I don't know Biogaranya. I got Mambenabo. Okay. I'm going to stop it here right now. My next program, I'm going to talk about these people and elaborate on this video. And the one that Chinasa Nworu did the other day, I have not finished analyzing it. But maybe my next program, I may do that. But if I have something more of importance, I would disregard these people. But like I said, IPOB Code of Conduct is the weapon which we will continue to use to torment them. Shall use it to continue to torment them. Shall use it to continue to torment them. That is it. So I thank you, lovers of freedom, fellow Biafrans, for staying put throughout this program. I appreciate your presence as always, and I acknowledge your support for this platform. And I pray that your efforts or your genuine efforts for this restoration of our sovereign nation will never be in vain. And I continue to pray that Chukwuka Premier is going to take charge over this MAZI NNAMDI KANU's case. On his next case, victory will be secured and he will be released to us. We are not scared of these shenanigans going on. We are only worried for the right thing to be done. As far as the right thing is done, there's nothing to worry about. I can assure Biafrans. But we shall continue to support the legal team of MAZI NNAMDI KANU until justice is given on this matter. Thank you once again, Biafrans. I say to you, remain blessed. Until I come your way again from me, from here, it is good night.